For cheap and reliable NBA 2K20 MT coins and Madden MUT coins, hit up dvdj.com and use the code word CRUISE for a 10% discount at checkout.
Redesigned for NBA 2K20, Heat Check returns better than ever with even larger attribute boosts and 4 levels of heat to make it easier to understand just how hot your players are. What up guys, this is Carson Cruz, and today I'm going to tell you the problems with Heat Check cards, go through the developer blog, and give you 5 things that NBA 2K Myteam needs to do in order for Heat Check to be relevant throughout the rest of the NBA season, and much less now. In NBA 2K19, we saw the introduction of Heat Check into Myteam. I really enjoy the concept of Heat Check cards when a player gets hot in real life. His Heat Check cards activate in-game and he gets a meaningful rating boost for a couple days. In hindsight, I think our implementation last year was solid on paper, but in reality it came off as wrong sometimes. One particular instance that stands out to me, and I can't shake it from my mind, is when Klay Thompson shot 14 from 24 downtown with 52 points total against the Bulls back on October 29th of last year. He wasn't on fire in the game the next day. Why? In taking a closer look, Klay was ice cold, to put it kindly. In all games leading up to the one, he was 5 for 36 in the preceding 7 games. Still, it didn't feel right to the team. He just had a career-defining performance. In NBA 2K20's Myteam, a player's Heat Check is activated based solely on his previous game's performance against his expected statistical output. We feel this will really make the system simpler to understand and help you to understand when players will heat up. Another major change to Heat Check this year is one you can actually see in game. Heat Check cards now animate differently based on how hot a player actually is. A player can move between his not on fire look, low heat, medium heat, and high heat. This will make it much easier to visually assess how hot or not your team is at any one given time. The other change made this year to Heat Check that I applauded was that Heat Check card attribute increases have been increased this year, which will make them viable all season long. Guys, in response to the developer's blog, and after the first 2 days the NBA season is completed, and we've now seen Heat Check cards activate at 2 different times and what it will look like this year, I have a few problems and suggestions with and for the Heat Check card system going forward that I would like to go over and hope that the developers might hear or watch this message. First, Heat Check cards are a time-sensitive boost that will affect players' ratings as well as the market price of the card on the auction house. If these cards are going to be less problematic this year, and not just another card in the mode used for collector level, then may I make a suggestion? Have the cards activate by 8 to 9 a.m. Eastern and be consistent with it. This will control the fluctuation in the market for us players, as well as your profit on VC spin. Secondly, who decides and what dictates a boost, or is it automated? In order for the community to get behind Heat Checks after last year, it would be nice to know this. Is it human controlled, or does each card have a different level of stats, a minimum level to obtain in real life to get activated? I'm assuming this is human control, but as a consumer, I hate assuming something and being dead wrong. Some clarity on this important issue would be nice to say the least. Thirdly, the promise of Heat Checks being relevant all year long is a tough pill for me to swallow. Do the devs even play the game? Do they realize the natural tier progression of cards throughout the year, as well as how those stats boost the player's ability in game, not just offline, but versus other humans that spend their life trying to exploit the best ways to use each of these cards and the OP stats and badges that a card may have? If you want people to be excited about Heat Checks or the Myteam mode in general and have it feel like the real NBA is affecting the way your Myteam mode plays, then let me make one suggestion. When you boost a card's stats by activating his Heat Check, then his athleticism stats should be boosted accordingly. If you look at every card by position in the mode this year, and last as well, going back all the way to the beginning of Myteam, every other card in the game, as the tiers increase, the player's speed increases as well, within relativity to the player's position, obviously. What I'm saying here is that no Heat Check card will or could really be relevant to play versus higher tier cards if they're still as slow as the original base tier card the heat check was built to replicate and boost from. With slower speed, speed with ball, and acceleration, the card may shoot better or get more rebounds, but if it can't keep up on defense getting up and down the court, or it can't get past its defender on offense, or it gets bullied from strength or tired because of low stamina, then how can we expect to use these cards throughout the remainder of 2K20? You won't see as big a difference on cards that are Ruby or higher tier level to start, but take a guy like Danny Green. He has a speed in the 60s or 70s. Even with his high 3-point rating he got from his Game 1 LA versus LA Clippers, he's going to struggle to get open just because he can't keep up with most teams' shooting guard up and down the floor. Same with a guy like Fred VanVleet, who had a great game on the Raptors against the Pelicans the other night. He activated. He's still a 78 or 79 speed. In a game the other night, I broke some ankles and then got caught from behind by his defender and contested because he's just too slow. We have point guards with 96 speed now, so no matter how well Fred VanVleet plays this year, his heat check card will never be relevant. Fourth, hot and cold zones of a card help determine a player's ability to knock down shots from within certain areas on the court. A card named Heat Check, or that's activated to any level, or worse, the highest level, like the Pascal Siakam card I bought the other night, it was activated, should not include a bunch of cold zones that prohibit that card from actually getting hot in the game. I found this odd yesterday that my Heat Check Spicy P card, when I went into freestyle, had several cold zones, which I was trying to avoid while playing my team Unlimited yesterday. You can imagine how tough that was. If I'm going to buy into heat check cards and this system in general, then please give me a card that's easy to get takeover with, not one that I have to figure out where on the court he might actually be able to make a shot from. Fifth, and the last topic that I'll cover today on heat check cards, which might be the most important of all, is the absence of badge increases or the adding of badges when a card activates. If we're being honest with ourselves here, the base set of cards is built a tier below what the player's actual abilities are in real life, so that 2K can drop at least one more card of most players throughout the year and give them increased stats and badges in order to sell packs. You and I, the consumers, love to open packs to get these cards. We also know that it's done this way throughout the years, and we've come to accept the fact and are okay with it as long as we aren't presented with an alternative that has the possibility to be better. These possibility to be better could improve our standing with amount of MT and our squad in the game, like the presumptive understanding of heat check players and how they activate, and what we've been led to believe up to this point that this year would be different. The cards would be relative all year long, like you said above. With that being said, heat check activation should include badge increases at the minimum in order for a card to play along with everyone's God Squad or even a budget team right now. I know this might be a tough obstacle for the devs to create that works, but it's one that I feel is mandatory for these cards to even have a shot at working moving forward or being relative in October, much less the entire NBA season. I'm not even asking totally for you to add badges, just to increase the level of each badge by, say, when a player reaches the maximum level of activation. A bronze badge can go up on first level to silver. On second level activation, bronze badges go up to silver and silver goes to gold. On third level, all badges would become gold. And on fourth level, they get all gold badges with the original gold badges a card has. Those, and only the original gold badges would go to Hall of Fame. If you feel like a system like this for heat check would keep the cards relevant throughout the year, then leave a like and a comment below supporting that, and maybe one of the devs from my team might actually see this video and we might make a change. In closing, I would like to reiterate the importance of transparency about everything in this mode. We're all spending a lot of time, some a lot of money, on attempting to make our teams relevant. If cards aren't relevant, don't make them out to be. There's plenty of people out there that enjoy the heat check cards just for the collecting and extra tokens they give you to go towards the reward cards. This is Carson Cruz. I really appreciate you watching the video today and hope you have an awesome day. Later.